Friends, today we are here just to chat with one of the top sports personality, numero uno sports personality of Goan fraternity, sports fraternity. The first Arjuna award winner from Goa in any kind of sports. I'm talking about Mr. Brahmanand Shankhwalkar. We welcome him. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ambe.
Yeah. We are sitting here actually right now taking his interview on the place where he actually started his football. Very lucky to be there on that spot right now. It's a place in Talegaon. And I just wanted to ask Mr. Brahmanand that actually being a Goan, football is everywhere. But I just wanted to know his memories to know how did he take up football in that particular age and when was the time he started playing first for Goa and his club football.
In fact, when I was a young boy, you know what used to happen those days is only football. We can see about cycling, we can see about volleyball and long distance running, not beyond that. So the entire family was in football and neighbors were in football. And this is a place where we are sitting here. There was no compound like this. Only the two small roads which are passed by and a lot of sand. The goalpost is the two stones and the church background. We were standing behind and collecting the balls when the elders were playing. It's only after 7 o'clock when the church bell would ring, the seniors would leave. And slowly I could go and stand in the goal.
Who were your seniors who were recording those seniors? Who were doing like?
Those days, the Gopinath Naik, my neighbor, was ex-goalkeeper, was Karandale. Talegaon, he played for Dampos, went on to play for Dampos Sports Club and also Goa Police. But he had a knee injury, he came out of it. I used to sometimes train with him. And another fellow was Mr. Thomas was here, Lawrence, another goalkeeper was there. They were seniors, of course. But what used to happen with the small break, you get a pleasure of standing. But collecting the ball from outside, just holding the ball from outside was the biggest pleasure to us. But there was another group of our age, we used to play on top. When league benches were going on, those days, most of the Portuguese were playing, and some of the Goans, Karandale ground, other things. There was a lot of enthusiasm in football. And that inspired us at home. Goalkeeper, we were all throughout Balkan wasn't football. Then we get up in the morning back to school. Yeah, something like that. And that was a...
What age it was when you played the first professional game or a club game, a quality club level? And which was the club you played for?
In fact, I was not called to play a match. My brother was told to send a Talegaon goalkeeper to play in Saligaon village for Panvel Sports Club. That was game actually. And Mr. Anthony Botel, I was supposed to report to him in Panjim. The thing is that before that I played a lot of inter-village matches here, inter-ward matches. And there, when he came in cycling, he saw me playing here. So he never expected me that I would be there, but senior goalkeeper would be there. Here Panvelche दोन goalkeeper was unable to come. One was doubtful also. कोणाक दाड म्हणून सांगलो मागीर ताका भावाक मेळूंक ना म्हणून वल्लभ म्हजो फुटबॉल प्लेयर पळयलो पानवेलकूच खेळटालो तूं वच रे म्हणून लागलो ताजे बूट घेवन हांव कागदाचे गुटले बुटान घालून आनी ताजे बूट मे ताजे घेवन पॅकिंग करून इस्कॉलाचे कल्सांव म्हणजे प्रोग्रेस इस्कॉलाचे कल्सांव आनी तो बिस्कोट घालून एक जर्सी घेतली आनी आय वेंट टू पेन्जी नियर फेरीपोर्ट एंड मेट हिम आई टेल यू sarcastically he saw and smiled and moved away from me.
Your brother?
No, Mr. Botelo. तो कितें म्हणलो की अरे गोलकीपर धाडूंक लायिल्लो पूण कोण खंय आहा रे गोलकीपर म्हणून हांवूच तो ही लुक फ्रॉम टॉप टू डावन ओके कम म्हणपाक लागलो ही डिडंट डिस्करेज मी
यू वर वेरी थिन स्ट्रक्चर दैट टाइम
वेरी थिन लायक ऑल इन स्कूल यूनिफॉर्म ऑल दैट वी चेंज माय शर्ट एंड पुट अ jersey with a school pant I played in Saligaon and that was the initial turning
that was your first game for Panvel.
Yeah. How
many years you played for Panvel and then which club you moved on to?
After seeing my two games by Mr. Botello for Panvel, he registered me for Panvel. This is 1970 and went on to play for Panvel for 4 years without switching to any club. Not for any reasons, though there was pocket money, though Mr. Dempo also has offered me those days to study in Dempo College free of cost and some pocket money too. I just did not move it out because they had
a scholarship you got or something like that?
No, it was offered to me to play for them and this would be my facilities.
Okay.
But I did not accept anything just because there were senior goalkeepers in Dampos.
Right.
I know I'm a kid, I will not get an opportunity to play. So at least I will get an opportunity to play here in Panvel. So long I can, no money, 4 years, no money. But all that I got a big, very, very, very good experience.
Think what you have told is putting a lot of sense that you were a person you did not bother of having the big names under your head at first, under your backup. You know, you just wanted to get a chance to play and grow, and along with you, you wanted to carry the club to grow. It's a big sensing thing. Even when we are planning for any other sport, cricket, it tells a person, don't go for big names. Take your village, your panchayat, whatever. You take it, grow with them, and then the right time comes, you move to the right club. What do you say, sir?
I fully believe in whatever you have said it, and म्हाका दिसता जें कोण हांवें आयकल्लें न्ही, because I had willingness to listen right from my childhood. Even today I got willingness to listen whenever somebody tells me something, and that helped me where I am today. In fact, never to be tempted for the money part is concerned. Money will fall on your shoulders, but experience you can never buy. Experience will get with your hard work. Keep on working, keep on working. You may be less paid or no paid at all, but gain the experience as possible you can. Get your maturity, mental maturity, and get the experience and move on.
And move at the right time.
Absolutely, that moment.
After you have done enough for yourself and the team you have been playing for.
Absolutely.
So another thing, as you mentioned, progress school. Any fond memories of childhood memories? तुमचे लक्षात याद येता?
Progress school मध्ये सगळी इंटर स्कूल चलता न्ही, आमची टीम नाशिल्ली स्कॉलाची. येता कितें जालें, आमी पांच एकठांय जाले. म्हजो भाव रमेश, बार Kalush, my friend Kalush, and Lawrence, another boy was there, Lawrence, then Manohar बाय तो गोबरो म्हणटाले, तो फॉवर्ड खेळटालो. गोबरो म्हणटा सांगोर जोडलो प्लेयर, ताणें आपल्याक नांव दवरलेलें. आनी मनोहर म्हणून निल्लाचो भुरगो, ताका लाडू म्हणटाले. 5 जाण आमी एक जावन प्रिंसिपला कडेन गेले आनी सांगलें आमची टीम घाल म्हणून. आनी पीटी टीचर म्हणल्यार मातशें कळूंक अरे प्लेयर ना पळय, सर म्हाका खंयच्यान हाडुया. इवन म्हणजे सुमन तारकर जॉइन अवर टीम. आनी आमी प्रॅक्टीस कॉमर्स केली आनी टीम घाली. आय रियली सर आमचो पीटी टीचर कलंगुटकर, ताणें ती टीम एंट्री दिली डायरेक्टर स्पोर्ट्साक. आनी जेन्ना एंट्री दितकच आय हॅव सॅटिस्फॅक्शन आमची टीम जाली म्हणून. आनी प्रॅक्टीस करतकच तुका सांगता आमचे कडेन 20-25 भुरगे जालीं इस्कॉलाक. तातूंत यू कॅन से 11 जाण सारके खेळपी उरलेले बावडे आयल्या, स्ट्रगलिंग सॉर्ट ऑफ.
Like a fond memory.
I appreciate them, but I am only happy that when I drew first with People's High School, goalless draw.
That was the same year or was it?
Same year.
That was a grand performance.
Yeah, and next match, the replay was not like extra time or tiebreaker those days. You have to play next day.
Yeah.
The next day we won the game by 3-0.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, Don Bosco thrashed me. 7 goals in my goal. 7 goals in my net. I remember. But they were superior. They were better. Arman Kulas was on the other side. Today he is one of the topmost kept name in football name in Goa. Great coach, was 6 years champion for Dempos, and he was a great player too. And he was in the school of the Dempos. I mean, sorry, Don Bosco those days. So you know, there's all those memories keep going on.
पानवेलाक वयतकीच पानवेला खेळून जातकीच तुमचो नेक्स्ट क्लब खंयचो आशिल्लो? म्हाका दिसता तुमी साळगांवकाराक खूब वर्सां खेळ्ळ्या न्ही?
Yeah, almost 17 years I was in Salgaonkars. 17 वर्सां खेळ्ळा. Yeah.
You played for Sarganga. What fond memories with Sarganga? Whom you played with? Did you get? Tujhe first, which was your first Goa cap? What age you got and which year it was?
Goa cap म्हाका मेळ्ळें 1973 for Ernakulam Nationals.
And you were playing for which club then?
तेन्ना पनवेलूच खेळटालो हांव. Yeah, but 72 म्हाका कॅम्पाक काडलेलो.
Okay.
गोंयांत जेन्ना जाला पळय तेन्ना म्हाका हांव वचूंक ना कित्याक I had to answer my first year science exam. I had 2 papers to be answered.
So you were a very educationist also, not अशें न्ही की फक्त फुटबॉलच घेवन बसतालो.
No, even my education, though my education is incomplete at Inter Science, I went on reading, getting a lot of education through with examples of others. A lot of reading I have kept myself and educated by getting looking others how they have moved up in life. A lot of stories about sportsmen, other education factors. You don't have to be a graduate in there, but you got to have knowledge somehow or the other.
And when was your first India cap?
India cap was in 1995.
And how many years you were playing for India I think almost 11 or 12 years.
India Cup was in 1975, and until 86 I was with the Indian team.
Oh, that was all. Yeah, correct. Exactly, 11 years.
11 years.
And you were playing some Nehru Cup. You played how many Nehru Cup games? How was who was your senior? Were you the first choice goalkeeper or second choice for India? कोण आशिल्ले तुमचे senior? तेव्हा कोण आशिल्ले goalkeeping आणि दुसरे footballers?
I became the first choice in the Kuwait in 1975. Magir continued as the first choice until 1977, end of 1977. When 78 for Asian Games, I have suffered a very severe jaundice. I'm going to Kashmir finally Pavili. 2 days before I realized
Santosh Trophy.
Santosh Trophy. I was unable to move anything. I almost collapsed. And I was hospitalized. That was, I think they're going over a month ago, but I was still playing, continuing that way. Never knew what was happening to me. But Magir Gidale, 78 I couldn't go for the Asian Games. But 79 I was 50-50.
You were second choice.
No, number one, number two. Number one. With
Who was your Bhaskar Ganguly?
Bhaskar Ganguly was there.
And I think Atanu Bhattacharya or Magir really started.
Atanu got a break when I broke my arm in the Indian camp for the Delhi Asian Games camp in 81.
गोयचे फॉन्ड मेमरीज म्हणटा तुम्ही आज संतोष ट्रॉफी सांगले. संतोष ट्रॉफी टायटल्स कितले आसा तुमचे I mean तुम्ही तेजे टीम पार्ट ऑफ टीम कितले आसा तुमचे?
Out of 17 Santosh trophies, I was the captain of the Goa team for 3 years, 1983, 84 and 85. 83 आम्ही Kolkata joint winners झाले. as एकूच गोल पडलेलो out of. And finally 210 minutes final there wasn't a single goal.
Which was that year? I was listening to the commentary. There was a time when Brahmanand had not considered a full goal during the Santosh Trophy.
No, that was 84.
84, exactly.
84
okay.
in.
And you lost to Maharashtra in the semi-finals.
No. The entire championship.
Okay.
We won the champion 84 without considering a goal.
Okay.
In the 90-minute period, Camilo Gonzalez scored a goal.
Okay. You are part of Camilo Gonzalez,
yes.
Trainer, all that particular.
Camilo, Arnold Rodriguez, Mahesh Lodlekar, Derek Pereira, then Anthony Ribello, Damodar Kerkar, and so many other players.
Tumchi football just started. It was at the age of 15. 15 to तुम्ही सोपेली म्हाका दिसता at 42, 44. When did you stop playing?
1941, almost 41 years and a half I played football.
And you played Sargaonkar कितले वर्षा खेळ्ळे तुम्ही?
17 वर्षा.
For Sargaonkar 17 वर्षा खेळ्ळे.
Yes.
And what made you change Sargaonkar to Churchill? I think Churchill team that time. I don't know if Churchill brothers or working actually.
It was Churchill brothers only. It was Churchill brothers. In 1991 I joined Churchill. You see, I was almost a figure of my career. I didn't know that I would go ahead another 4 years of football, frankly speaking. But I had opted for a coaching course in Malaysia, a goalkeeping course. And Sargaonkar, I'm really thankful because almost the entire of my career for international level was from the platform of Sargaonkar. And they always supported me. Never a day they said you cannot go for the Indian camp. Always was promoted. I remember VM Sargaonkar's words. He met me in the ferry boat. Then bridge nashilo. And I was shocked how he came to know that I'm leaving for the Indian camp. And I said, yes, sir. Yesterday was his death anniversary. And he said, yes, sir. Always travel by air, Brahmanand, train me into Kani. See the spirit. And then it was carried over by Mr. Shivanand Sargaonkar. But when I joined, Mr. Dilip Sargaonkar was there. When he continued with the team, it was under him when I played. And Shivanand took it over. Until today, Shivanand is very strong with the football, along with Mr. Dattaraj.
तेव्हा म्हणजे आता तेव्हापासून आजपर्यंत तुमका एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सनॅलिटी ऑलवेज गव्हर्नमेंट बॅकिंग लागता आणि सगळे गोष्टी लागतात. तुमच्या दृष्टीन तुमका ऑलवेज गोवा गव्हर्नमेंटान बॅकिंग केला आणि इंडिया इवन गव्हर्नमेंट एवरीबडी हॅज बॅक यू अप. तुमका केन्ना हर्डल्स येले कितें त्रास जाले? तुमची जी पर्सनॅलिटी पळयल्यार म्हाका दिसता तुमका त्रास जावपाची गरज पण मॉडेस्टी यू कॅरी ऑन. तुमका कितें तुमचे कितें एक्सपिरियन्सीस अबाउट गव्हर्नमेंट? तुमी एनी टाइम द गव्हर्नमेंट हॅज बॅक यू अप ऑर एनी वन हॅज let you down? Any experience which you feel like sharing?
I don't want to carry on behind so much, but the thing is that whichever government was there, whichever the chief minister was there or any sports minister was there, I didn't have much of problems. But even if there were something else, but a sports-minded person came and sorted the matter out. But the thing is that any government which came to power, whatever in Goa, I think they must have kicked first football and then they must have known what is politics. That's the reason they love football. Even today, I have seen Mr. President Digambar Kambal, Ms. Adina was there, Mr. Ravi Naik was there. But they were for sportsmen, almost they were also sports person. They love sports person. I think they carry this further for supporting other sports persons in the state. Yeah.
Okay. And the current government, how it backs you up? And
yeah, definitely. I'm actually a director of coaching in sports authority of Goa, but I'm on a lean period with Southern Goa, serving the same purpose. for football, because SEZA is SEZA Football Academy is a unit which contributes totally to the cause of football, right from the age of 14 until now. For the senior level, for the junior level 17 to 19, and then we recruited 15 for the residential thing, and then further to the professional club. So I feel.
When government even the current chief minister always backs up the sports
I always kept my cool. Okay. I must thank Mr. Parikar, in fact, even Mr. Digambar Kamath, the subsequent government, when it came to power. Every footballer has a dream to see, we used to hear, even on the radio, in a car, radio, those days about World Cup football. And then we could see in the theatres, then we could see at home on the television. Those were the days, all these days steps I've gone through. But personally, the football prop in the World Cup was the biggest dream. And when I approached Mr. Parikar in 2002 for the Korea-Japan World Cup, he smiled at me and I presented him the documentation of West Bengal. And what do you want? I said, I got a dream to go to World Cup. Okay, it will be done. And I could land in Korea to see the World Cup matches.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, and then when it came to Germany, it was during that particular government time where I could go to Germany, Digambar Kamath's time, I could see Germany to see the World Cup matches. Me, Bruno Coutinho. See, we have achieved whatever it may be, but the greatest wish was there to satisfy ourselves, and to learn and to know what exactly the further advantages what we can learn and put.
The greatest dream also stays that India someday lands up in the World Cup of football.
Yes, I think it is possible, definitely is possible. The way I see the youth teams are practicing and they are doing well in India, they need more international exposure, they can definitely reach that spot, I think.
In short, I summon it up that you had always a backing of any kind of government, all the ministers, always back to you. It's not even the political parties know what happens. It goes to see a good sports personality rising, they always try to stand up. No, there's no controversies happening. Right now, friends, we are standing in front of the oldest building in one of the Taligaon area in the church, where Brahmanand used to knock the ball on the wall and collect it by his arms and hold it to his chest. Just going back to the earlier question, to me, Montana, ki the fag end, every sports personality has a fag end. But to me, at fag end, a club change from Sargaonkar you moved to Churchill. Actually, what was in your mind and what made you do so, at that time?
Yeah, in fact, every top sportsman, whatever it is, he has to come down, whether he's top or not. He has to step down one day, muscles getting tired and all. But I was mentally strong. Okay, so I had to cut off because I was almost 21 years of my career in goalkeeping. So I never expected I would complete 25 years. But normally,
goalkeepers have a long phase of.
Yes, absolutely.
Pat Jennings. Who was your idol?
My idol was Lev Yashin, Pat Jennings, I should respect Gordon Banks, and Schumacher. We are born on the same day, same month, same year.
Oh, great. Okay. You share your birthday with him?
Yeah, 6th of March 1954.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
On the same day.
What about Peter Shilton?
Yeah, definitely. He similar experience with him is about his arm fracture and my same.
So you share a lot of similarities.
A lot of similarities, and he also started earlier.
Okay, please go ahead with.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to tell you about regarding Churchill, when I joined him in 1991, they were in the 8th position of the Goa League. But what I found in them was that I said, okay, he told me one thing, Brahmanand, you got to play for my team.
Tell us in his style.
Brahman, to me, I'm head of definitely. But I said, I'm over now. I have to see my long career in the government job somewhere. I can serve for sports. I said, okay, fine. And due to him, I was in sports director of Goa. I'm very, very grateful to him. But one thing I know, the whole family, is full of football in their blood. Whole family. There's a child up to Churchill.
I think his daughter is doing the most of the.
Yeah, Valanka has taken over as a CEO. It's a good thing they have taken up. But they always had a hardest time in building up all this level, like putting stones.
And you were one of the founder members of.
Not exactly, but I did help him getting some of the key players to move ahead in life. I played 3 years for Churchill Brothers. And a man of solid heart for football, I'm telling you, solid heart.
Heart for sports, in fact.
Totally, total sport. One sportsman, he's the first person. His door is always open for sports person and even to help. How he helps is not my problem. There's always the people who say, where is the industry with Churchill? But his heart, Satya Haren, and he does it.
Amidst all this, ह्या सगळें जातना तुजें करियर वाडटना सगळें तुज्या फॅमिलीन कितें तुका बॅकअप केलो तुज्या फॅमिलीच्या बद्दल आमी कांयच उलोवना म्हणजे फॅमिलीन तुका जे म्हणजे वायफ किड्स आनी तुजे पेरंट्स कितें बॅकअप आशिल्लो तुका म्हणजे फॅमिली
हांव घरानूच फुटबॉल वॉज लायक अ कल्चर इन द हावस बिसायड एज्युकेशन आनी दोनूय वस्तू चलताले घरान आनी म्हाज्या बापायन सदां म्हाका एनकरेज केला फुटबॉलाक ब्रदर्स दोगूय व्हडले भाव खेळटाले व्हडलो रनर आशिल्लो गुरू म्हणटा तो व्हडलो फुटबॉलर प्लेड फॉर अकादेमिका सांतिनेज ही वॉज अ वेरी गूड स्ट्रायकर आनी दुसरो भाव सगळे खेळा फुटबॉल मागीर रमेश खेळटालो फुटबॉल जस्ट 1 year एल्डर टू मी वर्क प्लेड इन प्रोग्रेस स्कूल विथ मी एंड दॅट वॉज मी सेकंडली कितें जालें नेबर्स ऑल्सो वे प्लेइंग फुटबॉलर्स
football area like Taligaon.
Totally. That was a lot of inspiration to me. And my cousin brother, Mr. Brahmanand Shankhwalkar, was the director of accounts. He motivated and he made me mentally strong. In fact, like a motivator. And I was not knowing that it was part of motivation. But just follow it and kartalo idea ditalo support kartalo in this angle, like sort of this thing, a lot of inspiration. And Bapu used to take me for the games.
Backup म्हणजे कशें आसतालें your father used to come and drop you on the ground. I used to watch you, a long watch over yourself.
Yeah, definitely. But one thing, the biggest encouragement I got, I was in inter science. And go and my camp kadlo and I went sacrificed for 1 month, almost 20 days in the camp in Vasco. Science and football was na, but I totally was out of my classes to the camp and I got selected for Goa team. I said I have achieved something. आता पूरा ऑप्शन दिसता है माधव एजुकेशन पढ़ते करें हम but when I came back I was unable to get back to science very difficult. I told my father हमने करता arts करता ना कम पोया हमने कुछ आते just came in my mind. I don't know how practical I would be able to do that, but mine was so attracted to engrossed with the game. He didn't say anything, but one word he said, you have to be fully committed to the game. ये फकड़ा नहीं मन पाना otherwise carry that.
It's not a hobby. If you are playing, you play the fullest.
Fullest.
Great.
And I did that. I was totally passionate about it, and never gave up. Any time of the day, maybe for practices, but that is the biggest. If he had to stop me there, I neither would have been here than that, because mine would have been disturbed. But he never disturbed my mind.
You are an Arjuna award winner. You carry such a weight on your shoulders. I mean, you are one of the top you could be made a brand ambassadors of Goa and any dignity. You are one of the top dignitaries in Goa. How you carry yourself? Such a modest personality. I just called you up and you're just ready. What is the essence of life? What do you think about it?
I feel one has to keep two things away. Remain yourself as a human being. And what God has given you talent, this is the second part of it. Whether you're successful or not, but remain as a human being, whether a small man or a big man. I remember when I met some people, I've read one line, make a small man big feeling, then you are a gentleman. And I said, I think this is the best example where I have to move in life.
तुम्ही तुमच्या फॅमिलीचे सांगले आता your better half your kids normally a sports person's life when you go and keep touring and playing and giving so much of time for the sport असे जाता की you trying to ignore your family. You need a real kind of a support at that particular time. How was it like? How was the experience altogether?
When I got married, we were all staying in a joint family. Today we are also joined, though I am staying outside with all my brothers. We are all intact, and their wives, everybody, we are all intact. Very good family, I am telling you. But the thing is that with the very first week of my marriage, I had to travel with the Indian team for the Asian Games camp. And she was employed with State Bank of India, Shobha. Then I appreciate her for giving me that courage. She never said, why you are going? No, at a break gay. Then puro. At khub jana search talta sansaran talta. But she never. Till today she did not.
But you do talk football with them and discuss your
definitely
decision making and all that.
All that.
They always backed you up.
Yes, always. And especially my children, Shambhavi, she's Vatsala, and Vaishnavi, my second daughter. They're both artists. They passed out from graduate in the Goa College of Art.
Goan football structure, जे current आसा आणि आज तुम्ही पहिले खूप you almost playing football for गेले 25 वर्षा from 15 to 41 and now you are moving ahead of it and helping a lot of things. तुमका कशे दिसता? What is happening in Goan football? Has the quality grown as per the sincerity level आणि दुसरे सगळे तुमका किती दिसता?
Goa government in fact have acquired a lot of areas first of all to make for grounds. I don't know much about cricket, but football it is there and the other sport, and it's moving up in the right direction. Though we are going slowly, but depends on the every village people how strong-minded to utilize it, to maintain it, Okay, and to see that more and more people encourage.
पहिली फक्त पंचायत ग्राउंड्सूच मेळटाले फुटबॉल and it started off like that I believe.
Yeah.
And there were rains and the tournaments just started.
Yeah.
आता खूप नवीन tournaments येतात inter ward, this cup, that cup चालू असता. गोवन फुटबॉल लेवल कशी झाल्या म्हणजे what do you see the same type of crop of boys तुमच्या वेळार आशिल्ले तशें आसा मे बी बेटर दॅन दॅट पूण तेंचे ते म्हणजे तुम्ही जे इतले अचीव करून असे विचार करता त्यांच्या मनात कशें आसता तुम्ही खूप इंटरेक्शन जाले आसतले नवीन जाणींचे तांकां कशें दिसता ते भुरगे कशे आसात तेंचें फ्युचर कशें आसा
म्हाका दिसता पयलींचो आशिल्लो स्पोर्ट्समॅन आसताले ते अभ्यासूय बरोबर करताले आनी खेळटाले बी आय हॅव गॉट एग्जाम्पल डॉक्टर मिश्किता ओके आनी तो तेन्ना वेन ऑफ लिगाक खेळटा हांव तेजे ऑपोजीट खेळा ही थर्ड इयर मेडिकल करतालो तो मे बी अदर डॉक्टर्स ऑल्सो वे प्लेईंग अलॉंग विथ हिम तो दोतोर जालो ना आतां कितें करता 12th म्हणल्यारूच स्पोर्ट्स सोडटा बिफोर दॅट दे वील डू एवरीथींग दे
मार्क्स मेळटा म्हूण दिसता
हांव नको सांगपा तुका
बिकॉज I remember we used to you will play a game and you still had to study and answer your exams and pass through.
Yeah, but there are sportsmen, there are parents, maybe 10 out of 100 who still support their children for sports. Also the education. Bevin De Melo, he could have been a doctor by today or engineer. He used to get very about 90% marks in his SSC 11th, 12th asana. But his parents supported him for football. Almost 10 years he played for football. I'm not sure, maybe 6-7 years for Salgongas. He played a long football today, but I appreciate that. Not because he has sacrificed education, but football passion tane gale to. I prefer that football like intelligence size to.
Any kind of sport you need intelligence. You need to work your brains out. You mean to say education goes good with the sport?
Yeah, and even good physically built people, very intelligent people, playing football like that. Now we find very rarely participating. But there are parents who take interest in because today you can make your career through sports.
A true footballer talks like this because most of the time we think okay there is chess and that's only needing the brains but it's we can see Mr. Brahmanand telling us even football needs a lot of brains and it does need because it needs a lot of planning, it needs a lot of planning to come into action and a lot of things.
Yeah, but they can also carry on with the education along with this. It is not that you are out of it, even if you play football. But there are areas that particular age.
Education should go par with the sport, and at the same time, the sport should not be a hobby. It should be taken up as your career.
Yes.
At a very early age, you should know what you can do, and that's what you're trying to tell us.
Yes,
It's a great honor actually when you're telling us this. Advice given without any pay or anything.
Yeah.
With all the persons who are watching, all the kids who are watching. To sense this out, what a true sportsman is, and when Brahmanand talks about it. Let me come to my next question.
Yeah.
The sincerity level. Nowadays, I see. I'm also not. I'm a great follower of football, being a cricketer also. But I don't watch a cricket game, but I go and watch a football game going on. I often see a lot of Goans playing in Bengal and Bengalis playing in Goa and Punjabis playing in Kerala. And I believe every sport has a little bit of a sincere essence in that, a commitment essence. I do understand. एक स्पोर्ट्स पर्सनॅलिटी आसता आयच्या काळात इज गोईंग अ बायोमेकॅनिक लेवल्स दिसता की ही इज जस्ट अ परफॉर्मर लायक अ आर्टिस्ट ऑन द स्टेज ही गोज अँड परफॉर्म द नेक्स्ट डे इज परफॉर्मिंग फॉर समबडी चेंजिंग द टी शर्ट्स पूण तुमच्या वेळार आनी आमच्या म्हणजे एक ओल्ड जनरेशन लेवलीर एक कमिटमेंट आसताली कमिटमेंट म्हणजे एका टिमी खेळतना तो त्या टिमी खेळपाक जे विगर घालतलो तो तशें आजुनूय जाता
आतां कितें जालां इवन आय हर्ड म्हणजे शिवानंद सलगोंकर स्पीच ही सेड लॉयल्टी to the club is very very important. In the loyalty you grow as a family member. Number one. And to commitment उरता तुवें म्हणला त्या भशेन आनी तातूंत एक आंगान एक sort of enmity वाडटा sort of enmity with against other club. Because they are also for very long years.
And अशें जाता की sorry to interrupt अशें जाता की you don't win a match, you don't win a trophy. पूण ते पर्टिक्युलर क्लबाक तूं ताका डिफीट करता अशें मेनी आसा की एक वास्को हरोवपाक ही वास्को यूज टू ऑलवेज वीट वन पर्टिक्युलर टीम बट ती चॅम्पियन टीम आसताली
तशी म्हाका खूब ड्रिम्स आसतले थंय साळगांवकार आय नेवर टू विन द रोवर्स कप 17 वर्सां खेळ्ळा म्हणून 16व्या वर्सा त्या 17व्या वर्सा लास्ट इयर अबाउट टू लीव वी वन द रोवर्स कप इतलें म्हाका जिवाक खातालें बॉम्बे वता परते येताले दुसरे ट्रॉफी हाडटाले आमी रोवर्स कप येना म्हणून दंपो हॅज वन रोवर्स कप 4 times. It was hitting me inside, you know, why we are not winning. So it has become a bond, family bond sort of.
There are एक प्लेयर एका टीमीत चड वर्सां उरतालो ट्रान्सफर्स कमी जाताले.
If you look at the latest example, Ryan Giggs, how long he played for Manchester United? How long? Almost 11 years plus he has played for Manchester United. Not a joke. That is the spirit which he has got for that club.
Just a small buck here and there. You don't have to change your clubs.
No. This is today's players. I'm telling you, in the middle of the career, the I League is getting over. If they know that this club is going to put me out, or maybe in doubt, he keeps knocking doors of other clubs. This is not football. You show your performances. I say you show your performance, commitment. Go to the field and think that I've come out of the field as the best player. That's the
Any team game needs that.
any team game.
Any team game.
So your performance will grow up. You are growing yourself. You help the club, and you help the country and your state.
You have represented India for almost a decade.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. It's making so many tours, setting the atmosphere of that Indian camp, and you're always. I think it's 11 or 12 years you have been playing.
Yeah, almost 11.
Any memories you have particular you have to share with us, like something good or something bad, whatever. But it's something with the Indian level, international level when you have been playing. It's a honor when I'm talking to you. Anything you have to share with us.
When you win or when you play well, there are a lot of memories are there. Like for example, in Bangkok when we went, I went to Zambia with the Indian national team. And तिसरे दिसा जेन्ना आमची गेम जाली तेन्ना 3 penalties जाल्यो in 3 matches. I saved 2, and that was the World Cup team of the Zambian national team.
Okay.
Which was being under preparation. I still got a photograph of it. The mayor of Zambia took me to the stage and titled me a leopard.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, so I still got that cut.
The leopard, so I could nag it out if there is any write-up which I'm putting across. The leopard, Brahmanand Shankhwalkar.
Yeah, so something like that. So there's a memory which I still carry
Because
on.
the way you moved, maybe probably he watched you, the way you were moving, and reading the sense of the ball coming towards you.
Yes. And secondly, this remember the other side of it is, I missed Asian Games in 72 because of severe jaundice. In 81, I broke my arm preparation of the 82 Asian Games. This one was part of it, but I can't forget a person like.
It was an accident or on the field?
On field, we were playing in Patna. And I was operated in Calcutta by Dr. Durga Bhattacharya, a very famous surgeon in Calcutta. And he told me, Peter Shilton has got the same. Brahmanand, it is the screws and the plate, it's not a rod. So you are very strong now, you got to play. He motivated me, you have got to come back to the game. And coach has committed to me. Coach asked me, are you coming back to the field or not, Mr. Kittu? P.K. Banerjee was with me there, Arun Ghosh was there. He asked me, are you going to come back? I said, I'll try. He said, no. I asked you, yes or no? I said, yes, I'll come back. So that word of mine made me come back to the team. And the person who parted with me all the time, he was with me in hospital. When my brother's wedding was going on here, preparation was going on here, Vallabhs, I was in Calcutta, and all the time, for my lunch, dinner, breakfast, all the time around with me like a brother, Mr. Shabir Ali, who just faced a severe stroke. He survived, He's arrived. I spoke to him that day.
Ace footballer from.
Ace footballer and gold medalist of the youth Asian Championships of Asia with Iran. India drew with Iran, and this guy was with me all the time. Likewise, many Goan footballers who are with me for the Santosh Trophy time, winners time, whom I come, we are still in touch with each other. And the biggest thing is satisfaction is defenders sometimes come and ask me, Brahmanand, your success not yours only. You remember I made a goal line save. Like Vishwas Gangwar speaks about it. Mariano Diaz speaks about it. Derek speaks about it. Somebody, Mahesh Lotlega speaks about it. So, it was a teamwork and long relationship with the players. We still maintain that. Yeah.
I think our backy, we call it backside, always plays a major role to help the goalkeeper get the name as well.
Yes.
And vice versa. There are many times and the goalkeeper does covers the lapse of a back.
And they say, you are behind us. Only behind this when I say when I'm committed to Mr. You are there to save me.
Another question which I always think watching football, being just like a wicket keeper in cricket, and you have a goalkeeper, you don't have your name on the papers, you don't have a cutting on the papers, you don't score a goal, but still you end up being the man of the match of the game. I have seen most of the time without that coverage. What made you take up the goalkeeping factor actually?
Goalkeeping, I was centre forward. Even in villages, when I was a goalkeeper, I used to quietly go and play centre forward. There was no strong rules.
You were very tall also, I believe, at that particular age.
Yes, I was tall. Possibly just neighboring field here only. I'm तिसरे स्थान फुटबॉल मैच खेळटाले माझो भाव रमेश गोलेर राविल्लो समथिंग रॉंग विथ हिज फिंगर म्हाका म्हणलो ना तूं गोलेर खेळ आतां गेम जायना 5 मिनटां झगडीं चलता हाजेर तूं राव हांव राव Finally, 5-6 people said, Brahmanand, tu raho re chal le, kya game waste karta.
And it all started.
Yeah, we started with the English primary 3rd standard and Marathi primary 1st standard. I was a Marathi student. And we played. After the end of the game, though we won the match 2-1 or 2-0, I'm not sure, but 2 goals we scored. I felt some sort of satisfaction between the 2 stones. And lastly, I would like to tell you, by watching, after that I was playing on top sometimes here, as I told you earlier, Dr. Remigio Pinto. When he was where I'm standing today, this ground is named after him. I can't forget him. As a youngster, he encouraged me a lot. He used to encourage all villagers. Whole villages used to come for training this and but he saw one day behind the goalpost and he said, "Ho konde? Ho konala burgare? Bara heta marda." Just he wanted you flattering me. I know he knows me very well. My delivery time and into my coaching.
It's been like a backbone almost.
Backbone, always.
Currently, you are with. What are you in the academy? What are you doing? What has Goa honored you with what posts and what are you doing with actually current status?
I'm thankful to Goa government, especially when I was after my retiring state, they honored me with the post of it was the project officer football, secretary in the SAG. Then I was not comfortable with the project officer football. Then into director of coaching after got the Arjuna award. When Mr. Sardina was the chief minister of Goa. And that was an award to me. Then the award came also to Bruno once he became.
Which year it was you won the Arjuna award?
I got in 1998 for the year 97, presented in 1980 by late K.R. Narayanan, His Excellency. Yeah. So that was a time. In fact, Goa government roped in me. I think it's the honor which they given us. Okay. More important, I would prefer sports people who give up after football. They should not be frustrated at all. Whatever it may be, they should maintain their discipline, maintain their health, because the other youngsters were coming up, they should see, look in this.
Should groom them.
They should groom them and they should know whatever best what they have got to contribute to the game. And they should look at the better example, yes, sportsmen can live.
You should give back to the game as well.
Absolutely, I believe in that.
And you're with Cesar also, I believe. Cesar
I'm with the Cesar Football Academy as an administrator. And I give my experience with the keepers. What is the best of, I'm turning 60 next year, but still want to keep on.
So you're almost 20 years off the pro football. I mean.
Yeah, almost.
Because you left at 41 and now you're 60, that's 20 years off.
Almost.
And you look very fit. You can still go on the ground and you can do the goalkeeping.
I do a bit of my yoga, sometimes jog, sometimes play with the goalkeepers, train with them. But on the field, at least 1 or 2 hours, at least 1 hour perfectly I'm with the...
That's great. Government उलयलें तुझे पर्सनल सगळें उलयलें म्हाका दिसता मिडिया ऑल्सो प्लेज अ रोल इन अ स्पोर्ट्समॅन तुमचे कितें विचार तेच्या बद्दल
Absolutely. I fully believe in this. कितें जाता केन्ना आमी ल्हानपणांत खेळटा आसतना धेंपे कॉलेजीन खेळ्ळो वी वन द मॅच पानवेली खेळ जिखताले बांदोडकर गोल्ड कप जिखले सो प्रेस इज टू रायट समथींग पॉझिटिव्ह encouraging and that was giving me a boost inside. People were reading about it.
Kenna तुम्ही down असता then you go back to the cuttings and go through that.
Yes, definitely. There was a lot of criticism. There was a criticism like Brahmanand Shankhwalkar. He's a concern for the nation. खूप आयला Bombay में. But then I used to meet some seniors about it. कोण एकला म्हणलें Henry Britt of Shankhwalkar. He told me Brahmanand, sun rises tomorrow. Today is over. So rise up tomorrow. Forget it today.
Exactly.
I remember in Bombay he told me I was a very bad game. But you know, it's your mind that makes you back.
Bad game म्हणजे कितें जाता actually? ते म्हणजे what happened? You are doing the same place all the time.
Exactly. Sometimes you lose your confidence. Sometimes
pressure.
Some errors you make. Sometimes your focus is not there. Some of the problems.
Even goalkeeper goes to that.
Definitely, because this vital position, he can't be always perfect too. But vital position, nobody is going to save you behind that. Defender makes a mistake, I can save him. Midfielder makes a defender.
Nothing behind.
Exactly.
I think there is a new rule just going to be for the World Cup, the line, goal line or something.
Goal technology
Is going to come up. I mean, that will make it more worse or it will benefit. What do you feel about it?
We've got to see how the games go on.
Yeah, because many times the ball hits the bar and it just goes down. It's not still a goal.
That's what. Because very difficult for the referees.
I think it might just benefit.
Yes.
Just coming up and summarizing all your interview, I just wanted to ask you, what would you advise to all the youngsters, whatever, the football or any sport? What is your quality advice to the kids who are growing up to become stars of tomorrow? And what would you suggest to them?
First thing, they have to learn to keep up their time. Time management is very, very important. You get up in the morning. What time you are going to get up in the morning? After going to school, after breakfast, lunch, then homework, then study, then the play time and study and other thing. Now here comes another problem. Today internet is very open to everybody. People on the net, too much of television, child get diverted all the time. So one who is really serious about making career in sports has to have his time management and work out according to time the best you can. Don't think of the past few hours, what you have done or going to do, you have not done it. But this is my time in sports, I got to dedicate myself. They got to be self-discipline, number one. You start from self-discipline and attitude has to be very good. You got to be caring for others too. You got to be caring for your coaches, respect your coaches, listen to your coaches, don't give back the answer. See where you stand first. Okay, and secondly is discipline, as I said already, and you got to be dedicated. If I am going to do that, I am going to do that. There are sportsmen who say, I got to be like this, sir, I want to be like this. Are you going to do this first? He said, yes, sir, I'm going to do it. There are very few sportsmen. And one sportsman I've saw now lately is Sahil Tawara, who went from Cesargoa to Dempos. I'm just playing 2.5 months with he was in Brazil Football Academy. He played for Churchill under 20. But I saw him as a footballer, what we were in our days. We were so many of us. Roy Barreto was there, Derek Pereira's, if I look at it, and Camilo Gonzalez, the dedication, and everything was there with them. Likewise, this boy who has gone up. And we always say, look at him. Our coach, Mr. Tassos in Sadagatel, look at Sahil. And if Sahil has to grow up, luck is the next factor. But he has got everything to be a good player. I wish him all the best for that, but this is what the sportsman...
You mean to say discipline, dedication?
Yes.
And the luck factor also plays a major role.
Yeah, that is secondary. But
you should have the base first to have the luck factor coming, attracting towards you. When you have that, the luck gets pulled towards you.
Yes, and
if you say like a lightning to strike on you, you need to be tall enough. The lightning gets on you.
You must take a step. Take a step. Take a step. You will reach somewhere where you are going to be. If you sit and I want to go there, you cannot reach. The strong will has to be there for us.
Thank you very much. This hour was a pleasure talking to you, and we really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Nice meeting you.
Thanks.
हांव चड कुशाल तुवें तुजी चूक कोण घेतली देखून
बाबा ह्या तुज्या त्याग हांव केन्नाच विसरची ना
कितले पावटी सांगला तुका इश्ट सांगा ताका बोन फालतूर पयशाचो कोर्स करी नाका म्हणून
जेन्ना तूं म्हज्या चडशें आसना न्हय तेन्ना म्हाका म्हज्या बिझनसान पासून मोन लागना
ल्हान आसतना सॅक्रिफायस करून बरी सेवा कोत्तात आमची पूण आमी वाडोवन व्हड जातोच बेपरवा कोत्तात आमच्या मायपायची
मनशान जीव पोरमोणे काम करूं जाय मुगे कुडी पोरमोणे हांव काम कोता
3 सालाची सर्वीस करून म्हज्या बाबायन आमकां वाडयलें
अरे छोटा छोटा बच्चा है जी छोटा छोटा बच्चा पैदा करने को हम बोला
त्या भुरग्याचो कसलो गुन्यांव ताका कुसव्यान मारून किरमिदो जावंक सोदता
हांवें सांगला तो गोबायलेचो मोग मोगाक विश्वासघात करिनाका.
मनशान आपलें नांव बदललें म्हणून मनीस बोलदो ना.
ये इस्कादी वेलो तुजो पाव भायर घालचे आदी चित
गरीब ती आमी आदार करिना जाल्यार आनी कोण करतलो.
ना तर म्हाका परत मोजचो पाव ये इस्कादी दोचो पडटा.
चेडवान व्हडणी इंटरनेटार घालून पोरगोट केल्या क्या संवसारात.